Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be comparing the 2020 F-150 Raptor to the 2020 1500 Trail Boss LT. And as Ram 1500 King of Trucks, formerly known as Ford F-150 King of Trucks, would put in the comment section below, I'm comparing apples to oranges, and I'm probably never going to stop with that. But anyways, we're going to do a walk around with both trucks, comparing them side by side, and then at the end we're going to decide which one is the better route to go. A big shout out and thank you to Larry H. Miller, Chevy here in Murray, for providing us with the Trail Boss, and a big shout out to Ben Hardy for providing us with the Ford Raptor. Let's get into the video. Let's go into the hood of both of the trucks. Let's start with the 1500 Trail Boss. So under here, we have a naturally aspirated 5.3 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 355 horsepower and then 383 pound-feet of torque. It does go through a 10-speed automatic transmission. And by the way, the optional 6.2 liter V8 will be available soon. So that'll be kind of more comparable to what the Raptor has, because it'll have 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Now, over to the Raptor. We have a twin turbocharged 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 450 horsepower and then 510 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 18 on the highway. Now let's go over things on the front end. Let's start with the Trail Boss first and foremost. And if we unlock the truck, you can kind of see the little turn signals right there. But at the top of the truck, you can kind of see the little bulges here on the hood. This is just like on all the other Chevys right now, pretty much. And you can see the full LED lights here on the Trail Boss with a little turn signal down below. Z71 on this, red tow hooks, which I really like that accenting. Fog lights right there. Blacked out Chevy bow tie. And here's just one more look at the Chevy. Now over onto the Raptor. You can see that this one has the functional kind of like hood venting, which is really cool. Got a little venting there on the side. You got the full LED lights, which if we unlock the truck, you can see the marker lights that go along with that. So there's a marker light there on the side, all in the middle, and then the LED accent lights that go around. I think that's a really good look. Got the full LED headlights. You can see a little space there on the bumper. No fog lights, sadly. You can see the front camera right there though on it. Tow hooks at the front as well, but you can just see how wide this truck is and how aggressive it is. Obviously the Raptor has the wide body, so you can see standard body, wide body. Let's get into tire and rim setup. So 18-inch rims, 275mm on it. So you guys can kind of see really aggressive tires. It's pretty standard setup on a truck. It's pretty much the exact same setup that's on a Ram Rebel. Now onto the Raptor, 17-inch rims, and we have 315mm on the tires. These are 33s, these are 35s. I mean, you can see just how much more sidewall you have on the tires. So yeah, pretty cool setup right there. Go with things along the side of the truck. Let's go down the truck. You can see Z71 badging right there. Both of the mirrors on the trucks. This one has side steps. This Trail Boss does not. And then you can see out the back, you can see they kind of do like a little bulge there, but compare that to the bulge on the Raptor. The Raptor is just so much wider in the back. We've got the key fob here for the Trail Boss. You got the Chevy logo on the back. You got a couple functions: unlock, lock, remote start, and tailgate release. So we lock the truck, hold down the remote start function, give it a second. The Trail Boss will start right up. And then if you press it again, it'll shut it off. Press this button twice, wait for it. Tailgate will drop right down. You can see this one's got the full bed liner, so it's got kind of like plastic cover right here, spraying right there in that area. LED lights on both sides, and then you can see you've got the little plug-in right there, and Chevy logo at the back. Pretty standard setup in the bed. And then if we lift up the tailgate, really light to lift up, but let's head over to the Raptor quickly. Here's our key fob for the Raptor. So you got your unlock, lock, remote start, and tailgate release. So if we lock the truck, press the remote start function twice, it'll start up. You have that 3.5 liter EcoBoost come to life. Then if we press it again, that'll shut off the truck. Press the tailgate button twice and wait for it. Boom. Tailgate will drop down. You notice that this one does not have a spray and bed liner. It is an option that you can get from the factory though. You can see LED lights right there on both sides. These are for like the cargo tie down hook things. You got the cargo light up there, which is also LED, power setting window, and pretty standard bed setup, but we do have a bed step. So you can see right here that you can pull this out right here, step on it, makes getting in and out of the bed really easy. This is on all of the upgraded F-150s if you get it as an option. And then if we lift up the bed, whoop, Oh, I didn't lock it out fully, but it is significantly heavier than what's on the Chevy. Let's finish things up on the rear. So let's go to the Trail Boss first and foremost. You can see Chevrolet on the back, LT Silverado dual outlet exhaust. You got the little receiver hitch down below. All the plugins for towing, and then you can see full LED lights right here. So got the little LEDs right there, and there is a bed step, so you can step up here, make getting in and out of the bed a whole lot easier. Now over onto the Raptor, you can see that we've got the full LED lights right there that kind of cut into the bed. It's a really cool look. Ford on the back says Raptor right there, dual outlet exhaust, and then you can see you've got the plugins for towing right there, tow hooks on the back too, so when you get stuck in your Raptor, someone can pull you out, and then you can see the little marker lights right there on either side of the truck. So this is where I normally just like pull the door handle and then the door opens and everything, but look at the door handle. It's black, not body painted. I think that's a cool touch. It looks really good. Anyways, opening up this fully, you can see that you've got the door panel here in the rear of the Trail Boss. You got the leather padding here with the wood trim. Door handle right there with the window switch. Now here is the seat in the rear. Got a little storage cubby here in the back, and then you can pull this down right here. Show some cup holders. And then you got charging stations here with the vents, cup holders just up above. Got a little mat pocket on the back, and if you pull up the seat, extra storage is underneath, and then you get rubber floor mats for the rear. Now to the rear of the F-150 Raptor, we've got carbon fiber trim right here. Got some padding. The padding on the Chevy was actually nicer here on the back, I will say that. I like this little trim piece though, and just how the door handle functions. One of the speakers for the sound system. You can see the little running boards right there, and it says Raptor. But we've got the seats here on the rear, so you guys can see a full view of that. This is the Recaro seats, so you got the blue trim on them. You can actually pull this down right here to unveil some pop-out little cup holders. I like the cup holders system in the Chevy though a little bit better, how it's just already integrated into the armrest. And then over there you can see heated seats in the rear, all of your charging stations, vents, cup holders up top. Got kind of like the Recaro trim on the back. That's pretty cool. Picking up a seat, you get extra storage underneath, and then again, rubber floor mats. Got keyless entry here on the Trail Boss, so one touch to lock it. To unlock it, press it again. And then opening it up, you can see the door panel again in the front. So you got the leather padding right here with the wood trim, all of your window controls right here, mirror controls as well. Lock and unlock. Bose sound system down below. And then here is the seat for the front. So you can see that we've got full leather for these seats. Power adjustments right there, it says Z71 on the floor mats. Pedal layout just down below with the little hood release. Parking brake is right here. Here's your light controls. You got the fog lights, cargo light, and then over here you've got your auto, 2-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and then you got your trailer tow mode, and then the steering wheel is going to be manually adjustable. Over here on the Raptor, we've got the keyless entry, so one touch to lock it, and then to unlock it, put your hand on the back of the door handle. You also get that little keypad, but opening it up, you can see, again, running boards. Here's the door panel in the front. Now, I like the door panel in the front more on the Raptor compared to the Chevy front door panel, but you can see the leather with the stitching, everything. More carbon fiber trim right there. All of your window controls, mirror controls right in that area. Memory seats, lock and unlock, a speaker for the sound system. Ford Performance, and then the Recaro seats in the front. So, you can see it says Raptor on the back. You've got the full blue Recaros. Power adjustments on the seat with a little lumbar. And then you can see the pedal layout just down below. Parking brake right here, power adjustable pedals. Here's your light controls right here. You got your cargo light. For example, you can also do the fog lights. Or actually, there are no fog lights. What am I talking about, guys? Just forget that. Anyways, lights here on the side of the mirrors, and then the steering wheel is going to be automatically adjustable. Let's start up the Trail Boss. Just put it from the brake, push the push start. Everything will come to life. Gauges will do a slow and steady sweep. Wait for it. And it's on. So here's kind of like a full view of the steering wheel. We'll kind of zoom in. You can see the Chevy bow tie all blacked out. You got all your controls for the center stack right there. Voice commands, phone controls, all that kind of stuff. Heated steering wheel, your cruise control on the other side. And then you can see nice stitching. I like the steering wheel feel and design in general. You can see the column shifter here. This is for that 10-speed automatic. If you want to shift the gears yourself, you just press those little buttons. And then that's a stock to like flash of brights, windshield wiper, turn signal, all that fun jazz. Our gauges here in the center, RPMs on the left side. On the right side, you've got your speed, and then you can scroll through a couple different menus right here. So this is in the demo mode, so it's not going to give me, it won't give me full access to all of it, but you guys get the point. You can see all the different functions you can do on the center screen. It's pretty configurable. So here's the center touchscreen. You can see the response time on the center touchscreen. It's pretty responsive in general. You can see we've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And if we actually pop the truck into reverse, you can see the backup camera will pop up. and then you can do the different modes on the backup camera or zoom in on the receiver hitch if you are hooking up to a trailer, just to make parking a lot easier. Other than that, I feel like it's a good touchscreen unit. It's responsive, and not much else needs to be said. So we've got the analog radio controls right here. Climate controls just down below. It is a dual zone climate. Blank switch up above. We've got the heated seats. You can see you can have it on all the seat or just the back of the seat. Power outlets, stability control, hazard lights, tailgate drop, auto stop start, hill descent control, and then you got all the little charging stations here in this area, trailer brake control. Extra storage right here, so you can just throw stuff there. Cup holders on the side, and then you can put your phone at this top. Here's the full center console. Opening it up, you can see all the storage that's in there and the little USB. Now we've got the glove box in this area, and you can see it's a dual glove box. Opens up, tons of storage. Got little stitching around it, and yeah, that's it. Up top, you can get a sunroof if you want. This one just doesn't have it optioned, but it does have the power sliding rear window. So you can do the power sliding window, and then this one just has their traditional mirror dimmer. It doesn't have like that mirror camera system or anything like that. Other than that, things are pretty simple at the top of here. On the Raptor, just push this, and then it'll start up the truck. It'll say, built Ford tough, and everything will come to life. Here is the steering wheel in the Raptor. We can zoom in. You got the Ford logo there in the center. I wish they would have blacked this out personally. You can see you've got the volume controls on that side. Here is the steering mode select. We'll get into that in a minute when we go over the center stack. Drive modes, call buttons right here. It says Raptor at the bottom. This is for your cruise control. It does have the adaptive cruise control. And then this functions for the center screen. We'll get into that later. You can see you've got the blue stitching on the inside of the steering wheel. Fully leather wrapped steering wheel. Got the magnesium paddles on the back of the steering wheel, so really nice feel and touch to those. And then you've got the little stalk right there for the turn signal, and then flashing the brights, all that fun stuff. But let's get into the center screen. Here's our center screen. You can see RPMs on the left side. On the right side, you can see the speed. And then there's those menus that you can scroll through. And there's just a couple different menus, pretty similar to the Chevy, pretty similar setup, gives you a bunch of different information. I like the off-road status, so I can see like if I turn the steering wheel, you can see the degrees and everything. I think that's a cool little touch. And then we've got the steering feel. So I told you about the steering modes. You got the sport, comfort, and normal. Sport mode, always. Drive modes, got normal, deep, snow, sand, mud. You can see it'll do the four-wheel drive progression. And then if I go to the next mode, you've got the Baja, rock crawl. Takes just a second. Obviously got to switch into four-wheel low to get into that. And then you've got the slippery, tow haul mode, sport mode, and then back to normal mode. So pretty configurable. I'm glad that they actually have drive modes on a truck. That's really cool. We've got our auto stop start. That's for the camera system, hazard lights, off-road cruise control pretty much, stability control. And then here is the center touchscreen display. You can see responsiveness with this touchscreen. This is upgraded for 2020. It's actually really responsive. I think it's cool. It's got a bunch of different functions. Ford Pass is a cool little thing where you can like start your truck, all that kind of stuff from your phone. Navigation function. Oh, there we go. We found the touchscreen's glitch. It's not as fast as what we thought it was, but you know, functionality on it's pretty good. System, it's got an okay response time. We've got our analog controls for the radio just down below at the media center. Right here we've got our dual zone climate system, and then we do have heated and ventilated seats. You can see I've got my ventilated seats on right now, keeping me cool during this review, even though it's only like 50 degrees outside. I'm just crazy. Okay, we've got our axle lock right here. You've got your 2-wheel high, 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, and then 4-wheel low. Trailer backup system. You got your trailer brake controls that are integrated. And over here you can see that we have the little USB ports. Really crappy wallet. That comes with the truck though, just saying. Carbon fiber trim right here. Now I've got the whole center console set up. You can see I've got a bunch of keys for different Chevys that we've been doing videos on today. Carbon fiber shifter. And you can see it's got the dual shift mode, so if you can shift the gears yourself, you can press those buttons. Go in the manual shift mode, or you can just press the buttons, or you can use the paddles on the back of the steering wheel. I recommend the paddles. Definitely a really cool feel on them. Center console setup, we've got the little Alcantara there on the side. Blue stitching, which is really nice. And then you can see we've got some free cookies also with this truck. It's a pretty nice touch. Pretty sure it comes with like all F-150 Raptors as standard, but yeah. Carbon fiber trim right here, and then you can also kind of like store stuff right there. Again, more of that blue stitching with the black leather. Glove box right here, storage space, kind of two tiers. So you got the tier up there, and then you've got the tier just down below. So of course I forgot to mention the camera system, even though I mentioned the button. You can see you've got a regular backup camera. Well, that's also that's the front camera actually. So you can see the front camera, bird's eye view, and then the side camera. And then if we actually pop it in reverse, you can see the backup camera that'll pop up with the bird's eye view trajectory lines. So parking this truck is no problem. We've got all these auxiliary switches that are really fun to just play with because they all illuminate when you turn them on. But anyways, power sliding window, you can see that little function right there. And then this does come with a full panoramic sunroof. All the controls for the sunroof are right there in that area. And then you got a little sunglass holder, which you can push that to pull it down. And then it does have universal garage door openers just up top right here. Let's quickly talk about pricing. So this Trail Boss sticker is for about $55,000 before any type of market adjustment. This Raptor sticker is for about $74,000 before any type of market adjustment. So we're talking about a price difference of about $20,000. Now, obviously, I bought a Raptor, so I'm going to try to be as unbiased about this as possible. But in terms of, let's talk about looks first and foremost. So for a standard body truck, that looks really good. Obviously, this looks good because it's got the wide body on it, but I mean, you're not really comparing apples to apples. I love the color on this Trail Boss. I like the black door handles, red tow hooks, everything there is really cool. So from the looks department, the Raptor slightly wins, but I can see how someone might like the Trail Boss better. Interior, the Raptor wins. However, the back seat, the door panel is nicer on the Trail Boss, in my opinion. Technology, obviously this has more technology, but it's also $20,000 more. So what I would say is, yes, the Raptor's a better truck, but it better be because it's $20,000 more money. The Trail Boss is $20,000 less. You get, really good off-road, prowess, all that kind of stuff for significantly less money. So it's kind of a toss-up. What I would say is, obviously, if you don't want to spend over $70,000 for a pickup truck, the Trail Boss is great. It does great off-road. It has really good ground clearance. It's a good option to go for. But if you're ready to go all out, right, go for the Raptor. But I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'm going to say that the Raptor kind of wins, but at the same time, the Trail Boss also wins. So we're going to leave it to a tie because they're priced so differently and they're both great trucks. That is going to sum things up for today's video. Again, a big shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Chevy here in Murray for providing us with the Trail Boss, and a big shout out to Ben Hardy, that YouTube guy, for providing us with the Raptor. As always, if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, comment down below what you think. I'll see all of you in that next video.